Okay, so this is approaching our R-Pod176. This is the entryway. These are the controls for the slide-in, water heater, tanks, all of that. The black water tank actually doesn't work, that sensor, because that is empty. Okay, these are the 2 bunks. You see they kind of go back. There's a light and a little net. And then the same thing on the bottom. The entertainment center. There are some hookups for cable and a couple of plugs. We've never used that cable. I'm assuming it works. There's another AC outlet. This is a convection. That does work. This is a 3-way fridge, and it does work. However, there is something a little wonky with the one of the fuses. So it just kind of doesn't shut off. So in order to let it not run all the time, I just pulled the fuse out, and then once I put that fuse back in, you can see it's fully on. And then you can choose it to run on the battery, run on shore power, or propane. But again, I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't shut off, but I don't want it to just run on battery all the time. So I pull that one out. Helps if I pull the right fuse out. And that's the wrong one. Okay, so there's one quirk about this refrigerator. It is a 3-way, as I said, so you can use shore power, battery, or propane. But one issue is that if you don't want to have it on at all and you don't want to have any power to it, you have to take the fuse out. So I'm not really sure. So if you're just parking it for a while, you have to take the fuse out, or else it'll just run. There's no way to like turn off the power. So to do that, the fuse is just right here, and it just goes into the bottom of this fuse panel. And then once you plug in the fuse, the refrigerator is ready to go. And it works. So I'm not really sure what that is, and maybe somebody that knows a heck of a lot more than electric than I do, which is probably most people, would be able to figure that out. So just wanted to let you know. And again, if I pull that fuse out, it'll power down the fridge. All right, so heading from the fridge, we have a 2-burner stove that works on propane, and sink, and the water pump where you can hook up to city water. And there's some good storage underneath. Storage overhead. We'll clean all that out, I promise. And then this is the dinette that we turned into a bed permanently. So this is a custom foam mattress, and it is super duper comfortable. Under here is the original table, but it doesn't have the pedestal any longer. So you would need to, if you wanted to have the table again at some point, you need to reinstall those. So The bed though, a really comfortable bed was more important to us than having a dinette. I did use the original cushions, the back cushions, as kind of like a day bed. That's the water access panel for the shower. And then here is the bathroom. There's the cooling system, thermostat. And there's the air conditioning unit. So you can adjust it right there, adjust the fan. And it works pretty well. It cools down the unit pretty quickly. So this is the shower, the wet bath. And so this is our compost toilet. This is just what we used. And the cedar chips, we didn't use it in here. We used a pop-up tent. But here's where the original toilet was, and you can see it's just some silicone caulk, and then underneath this tile is where we took out the toilet, and then that's been capped off there. So it'd be relatively easy to reinstall if you wanted to. For us, this gave us a changing room and a little bit of extra privacy for 2 teenage boys and a mom and a dad. Yeah. Vent. So that's the unit. I think that's all anybody would want to see. I'll do a quick walk around. This is the back. The spare's in great shape. That's the slide. So these are the seals. When I talk about what needs to be resealed, those are the seals. All these seals need. So there has been some water intrusion up on the top, and there are a couple spots that are a little bit soft, and so you would need to reseal it pretty quickly, but as I said, there's no active leaks. This is the front. So I ran down the battery yesterday, taking all the pictures, having the lights on forever. So we're about to go get that charged. Full propane tank, power lift, and then that's where the battery is. It's a great little unit. Let me know if you have questions.